Talking Again podcast.
Hosted by Fidel. Tell it like it is, only tell it real. Live every Tuesday, you know the deal. We talking again, we talking again. You now tuned in to the tap in. You now tuned in to the tap in. You now tuned in to the tap in. We talking again, we talking again. Come on.
Right now, it seems like everybody has
We're live.
apparel companies. You know, like even people that do like the podcast, they want to start their own merchandise. You know, and that's an apparel thing. You know, it's merchandise. So is it oversaturated? Yeah, but can it still work? Yeah. So,
Yeah, because a lot of them are going to die out.
yeah.
You know, it's sad to say, it's the truth.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them are going to die out because they're not going to stay consistent. So,
You've been doing it for a minute, right?
since 2018.
Yeah.
Well, it was thought about in 2018 and it started in 2019, and then it kind of died out because I got discouraged because it wasn't really taking off the way I wanted to.
Yeah.
Because, you know, in your head, it's a lot more.
Right.
And then it just died out. It picked up again. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I kept it going.
Yeah.
You know, so that second little time.
When you say it picked up again, what do you mean?
It started getting
Like, or how did it just like? Was it when you first started? Was it like bam right off the bat? Like it was good, and then you just it peaked down.
Yeah, pretty much. Because
Well, I guess you can't. I'm sorry, you can't peak down, huh?
Yeah,
That's
it can't peak down.
Oxymoron.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you fell off a cliff, you know,
Yeah.
because at the beginning, your family, your friends, you know, everybody supports you, which thankful for it. It happens like that. But after that, it's kind of like, okay, well, the hype, you know, kind of goes down. And then if you're not consistent with it, you're not staying on top of everything, and you kind of lose motivation yourself, then it starts to fall even faster.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. You know, it kind of fell down, and then I kind of talked to her, you know, and other people. Yeah, my girlfriend.
Oh.
I talked to her and I talked to other people and said, you know, like they kind of motivate me, like, hey, you should start it up again.
Yeah.
You know, and take off, do it, and give it your everything. And that's what I did. You know?
How long were you like? Was it dormant? Like the
Like
when you just kind of stopped?
mm,
Because I mean, I had that at that time with the podcast where I stopped for like a month podcasting, then I started a new one.
yeah,
You know, rebranding, I guess.
yeah. I want to say like 3 months, maybe, right? Like 3 or 4 months. Yeah, like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I started in, again, we talked about it in 2018, and then I think I launched in July, did it for like 2 months, and then it went dead for like 3 months. You know, again, I just gave up on it. I was like, you know, and like my brother told me one time, you start so much different things and then you don't finish them.
Yeah.
You know, so that kind of stuck in my head too. But yeah, it just went completely dead, and then again, those conversations started happening and say, hey, let's start it up again.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was like you said, dormant.
Dormant. Yeah. Dormant.
3 months, around
3 months.
around there.
Yeah.
3 months. And I said, you know what? Let me start it up again. So we did a relaunch. So I think on the relaunch, I kind of like started advertising it more, putting it out there, and then it started getting more traction.
Yeah.
You know, and then the same people that supported before, which again I'm thankful for, they started supporting again,
Yeah.
and some. You know, so those
They
other
started
people,
sharing it. You
Yeah.
know that, right?
yeah, because that helps a lot.
Oh,
People
yeah.
sharing,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
know, even if they're tagging people on your page, that helps out a lot.
It's all the
It's
network.
word of mouth.
Yeah,
Word of mouth.
network and yeah. Guys, my guest, I didn't even do my formal introduction. My guest for the show for this episode is Raymond of Chase Purpose Company, an apparel company. We're just talking about how is it oversaturated or not? You know, do we continue to do what we're doing? Do we change it up? Do we make those adjustments?
Mhm.
How is it that you when you rebranded that you came in with a different angle, like maybe because I know you started with a shield and now we
Yeah.
have a badge, which is what what we see here, that the badge.
Mhm.
And obviously, well, I mean, I don't even want to talk about my hat, it's all over the place, but the badge, which I love the badge, it's awesome, but was that the time where it switched from the shield to the badge, or
Well, the rebranding came after. It came like, I want to say like 6 months after the fact. That was more of because I started noticing when I did the relaunch, I focused on on the shield, and then we were doing that for a little while, but I started like going towards other brands, like kind of not copying what they're doing, but like picking up their styles, picking
Mhm.
up their, like the stuff that they were doing. I noticed I caught myself doing that, you know, and I told myself, you know what? I can't do that because I have to be myself,
yeah,
be authentic, and then, you know, create something that's going to make be different from everybody else.
Right.
So I said, you know what, let me do a rebrand. And that's when the whole shield came alive, the whole chase purpose, the writing, got rid of the shield, which is still a cool concept, but it's good to look back and say, oh, that's my original.
That could still be your OG
Yeah,
that you bring
yeah,
out every once in a while, right? Like a
so
special edition. That'd be cool.
exactly.
Yeah.
Do a collection or something
Mhm.
like that. But that's when the whole rebrand,
Yeah.
came about.
So it's funny because I have a hard time when people say that oh, he's just copying that person or he's doing the same that other person is doing, because you're in the industry, right, of the apparel stuff, so you're gonna follow different apparel companies, right? So you're gonna have influencers.
You get motivated.
You get
Yeah,
motivated,
exactly.
and you get ideas from that. And of course, artistically, you're gonna have to make things your own, but that's the reason why you hear some songs and it's like it sounds so much like the other song, but it's because
It's trendy.
it's trendy, or maybe they were on a good one. They were listening to this album for a long time, and that got them motivated to write something, and it's very similar, But they kind of somehow made it their own. Unless you're what's that, Rob Tick, right? Because that guy got sued for like jacking everybody's music, right?
Who's that?
Was it Robin Thicke or Rob Thicke? Robin Thicke?
Oh, I think, was it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So okay, I'm gonna age myself. Okay, do you know who Alan Thicke is?
Yeah.
Okay, Alan Thicke from is it Growing Pains? Not Growing Pains. Is it Growing Pains? It is Growing Pains. I think the dad from Growing Pains. His son Robin Thicke is has a musician, recording artist, and he was famous for doing like a dance with the Grammys with Miley Cyrus, and she looked like Beetlejuice. She was dressed like Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
It was like a crazy meme going on. Anyways, that dude got ripped. That fool got sued for ripping people off, like sampling the music. Like how they sample music. But I'm not sure where I was going with that. But the influencers. I think it's normal for you to have be influenced by a certain brand.
Yeah, exactly.
The Michi stuff, like we talk about being oversaturated. How many people have Michi cups?
A lot of people.
A lot of people have Michi cups. I was thinking about doing this whole wall of just these Michi cups right here, like this right here.
Mm-hmm.
I just noticed I have 2 of the Michi plugs.
Yeah.
For High Tone, right? Well, he's Covino. I guess we got to represent.
Yep.
But yes, everybody has Michi stuff, and to each his own, because you're gonna have a different palette than someone else, and it's just that vibe supporting, a brand, and that's where you kind of get that fan base, and that's how you get that network. I know there's gonna be a lot of bugs here, but yeah, I again, so going back to it, I don't think there's anything wrong with being influenced by another brand,
Yeah, because those same brands that influence you are the ones that are going to help you.
Right.
I met some pretty solid people that helped me along this way. We've been a couple years now. Advice, pointing me in directions, the stuff that they use, like making stickers, who prints their garments, stuff like that. So I met some very pretty solid people.
That's cool.
Yeah, like that.
That's cool that you guys are supporting each other.
Yeah, everybody supports each other.
Is there like a network, like a group that you guys kind of, or is it just all like you guys meet up to Instagram and hey?
Yeah, it's Instagram. You introduce yourself, they introduce themselves, and you say, hey, let me support you, let me buy a shirt. Like me personally, I bought a shirt off of everybody, like not locally, but a lot of brands that are out there. I bought shirts off them because I'm trying to support them. They might be bigger than me, they might be smaller, or they might be at the same level, but hey, it doesn't mean anything to support them. It doesn't hurt, It doesn't cost anything, a couple bucks, to buy a shirt.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, what about, okay, because you just said that you went, it's not a couple shirts. Some of these shirts, man, I've seen that are like $35 for a shirt.
Yeah, $40.
I'm like, whoa, dude, it adds up, when you try to support, but the cost when you make a shirt and a design, do you factor that in a lot? Like you try to put something out and value the price thing, or?
I don't, but my girlfriend tells me, hey, you should probably, what about your cost of this? What about your cost of that?
Mm-hmm.
But me, I look at it as my brand is being worn in another city by another person, something that I thought about. It's being worn by them. So that makes me happy, So if I only make a couple bucks profit, I honestly don't care, which I probably should, because that's the money that I make from it that feeds my kids, that pays my bills and stuff like that.
Right.
Because eventually I want to do this full time. Like I mentioned, I think earlier when we were talking, that I work in a hospital. So I eventually want to try to move away from that and just carry my brand full time. That's
of course,
ultimate goal.
That's the goal.
but to answer your question, no, I don't. You know, because the profit, it's sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. You
Yeah.
know? But that's because of myself,
Yeah.
my self discipline on creating my stuff the way it's supposed to be. It's not there,
Yeah.
which I'm trying to work on. Again, because I want my stuff all over the place. You know, it's
Right.
exciting. Like I just had an order from Florida. You know, shout out to the guy who got it from Florida. But that, like Texas, it's cool to say, hey, I have my shirt in this city. You know, Canada.
Yeah.
You know, that like it's just crazy to say that. You know, but so if I raise my prices, how do I know that person's not going to buy it?
Right.
You know, but at the same time, it's like they not should, because nobody has to support, but if they're going to support, they're going to support regardless. You know what the price is. So.
Right.
Our motto is dream, focus, exceed. Because we're all dreamers. You know, we all want to achieve stuff in life. We all want to succeed at doing whatever we achieve, all bunched up into one. It's your purpose. You know, your purpose in life. You know, we all have something that we're either good at or we love to do.
Yeah.
You know, if it's cooking, if it's drawing, if it's tattooing, if it's, you know, making stuff, building things, like we all have a purpose in life. So that's like, you know, we wanted to get a brand out there that's going to help people, remind them of this is our brand.
Yeah.
You know, this is, well, what's my purpose in life or something like that.
I think that word, your chase purpose is more of like, it's just a way of life, like living.
Mm-hmm. Well, that kind of goes with what my brother told me earlier. Why do you try so many things? You know, why are you always doing different things? You know, why did you go to school? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Well, I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
you know, let me do me.
Yeah.
You know, that's at the end of the day, that's what it is. As long as you're making yourself happy and you're learning something from it, hey, you know, that could be a direction towards your purpose.
Yeah.
So
what are some of the things? Because I'm crazy like that. I'll start something and I don't finish it either. I hate.
Let me pull out my list for you guys.
I hate that about myself, that I can never finish it. Like there's so many things, you know, because I always want to try and not try to juggle all kinds of things, right? But yeah, what are some of the things right now that comes to mind that you have started and you just didn't, you know?
Well, I wanted to start a clothing brand back in 2010 maybe. I started it, got everything going, and then I dropped it. And then after that, I wanted to be a lineman in electricity.
So when you wanted to be the lineman, was it just a thought, or did you go to take school?
No,
classes?
I think I applied, yeah, because I was working at Edison at the time.
Okay.
So I applied. I wanted to do tattoos. I started doing it for about 6 months, maybe a little longer.
Yeah.
And then I stopped. You know, I got discouraged, but that's a whole nother podcast itself.
Yeah.
But I was doing that for a little while, and then what else did I want to do? I wanted to cook, you know. So
like to be a chef.
Yeah, like I wanted to be a chef.
Yeah.
I love cooking. I like that. I like doing that. So I wanted to do that. I had started a taco business. So I was doing that for about a couple years too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I had a taco business going for a while. We stopped that, which the reason why I stopped that because of profits. It wasn't worth what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody who's doing that right now, best of power to you guys, or, you know, best of luck to you guys.
Yeah.
But it wasn't worth all the work. It was fun. It was amazing. I met some amazing people doing it.
Yeah.
But I tried doing that. What else? Clothing brand again. Just different things, you know?
Yeah.
Stuff that comes up as you age. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
The
yeah.
more mature you get, you're like, oh, let me try that. I think I wanted to start a window washing business, right? I want to start a window washing business, trash can cleaning business, you know? So I just always have these crazy ideas.
But you know what? I like that. I like that you go out, you have all these ideas and you try them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's a lot of people that just talk about it, but they never do it.
Yeah.
And you try it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's important. That is important because a lot of people, all they do is talk, and they never do.
Yeah.
You know.
I try to back it up as much as I can.
And you might find out that, oh well, this wasn't for me. So, but that is cool. That's a good character trait to have.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that you're you think of something and you make it come to fruition. It's not just a thought.
Yeah.
So how many people you think have these thoughts and these ideas that never actually put together?
Pretty sure there's gonna be a million other things that I'm gonna try too.
Yeah.
You know, but hey, look back and say we did it. What's up, everybody? Come check us out. Come check us out every Friday
from 6:30 p.m.
There you
to
go,
8:30
6:30.
p.m. in La Puente.
432 South Shipman Avenue. in
We're
La
gonna
Puente.
be. We were serving tacos, like food for Lent, but now since Lent is over, We're gonna start mixing it up. Yeah, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches or even Philly cheesesteak fries. We're just gonna change it every Friday. That way,
Yeah.
you guys can taste the cuisine that we're gonna come up with. And also for Mother's Day, since it's coming up, we're gonna start offering brunch boxes. So just pay breakfast in bed for your wife, for your mom,
Sancha.
for I guess whomever you love. Follow us on Instagram, Delicious Creations, and yeah,
That's it.
we'll hope we see you guys.
Come out,
then.
support.
We'll see you guys.
All right. And we're back. So when I asked you about like starting something up and whatever, like new different ideas and just coming up with all the stuff, I was really like trying to throw something at you because I know you did podcasts. I was trying to see if you were gonna. I was waiting for that one. That's what I was waiting for.
I forgot about
that.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna segue into this, but no.
Yeah.
So you did a little bit of podcasting.
I did a couple episodes.
Yeah.
I still want to do it.
Yeah.
But I just haven't had time for that because again, with the whole relaunch, just been trying to focus with new designs. But eventually, I want to get back into it with the whole rebrand of that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be called the Fear Crushers. They already have a logo and everything created. It's just doing it.
Yeah.
So
I like that because we just talked about how all these ideas and just doing it, and that's kind of like the base of that is like fear crushing. Like, and if you want to talk a little bit more about it, but it's just crushing those fears. Getting over it.
Exactly.
Being fearless,
Exactly.
right? So
because when a good example, podcasting, right?
Yeah.
You're in front of the camera, thousands of people. You could say something.
Oh,
wrong,
thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thousands of people.
Yeah, there you go. You got to speak life into it.
Yeah.
You could slur your words. You can talk too low. You can talk too high. You can do funny movements. There's a lot of different things that they're going to discourage you.
Yeah.
So you're fearful of actually doing it.
Yeah.
But if you actually decide to do it, man, the outcome's even greater. Look at you. All the episodes you created.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you look back and like, damn, I did that. You had all those people and you made good friendships and experiences and good conversations. Because you face your fears.
Yeah.
You crushed them.
I crushed my fears. Exactly. Fears. Oh man, I can't wait to be a guest on that. I mean, I'm already inviting myself, but that's what we do. We invite ourselves.
2021 end of the year.
Yeah, that's cool. That's exciting because you're saying it, and I know it's gonna happen because you're somebody that continues on it. You speak it to fruition, right?
You're planting the seed.
Yes.
There you go.
And it's very important, dude, that we are fearless. You gotta. Fear is good though. I think fear is good because it keeps you. It allows us to like
get to the next step.
Yes, but it allows us to be a little bit how you say, like, aware, right? Like not so protective, but aware of what's going on. You have to have a little bit of fear, but sometimes you just want to jump into it, and when you say fear, I think the fear is that, like you're talking about, is that criticism, because you're gonna get people talking bad and all the negative stuff. But I think when you get people doing all the negative stuff, because what negative is haters, right? I think that you're doing something right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's when you're doing something right, when because I haven't gotten that yet. So that's when I know that I still need to
make a fake account. We're gonna do that tonight.
Yeah, right. No, I know that eventually it'll get there. But like, I know podcasters that blew up, and they're getting a lot of hate, a lot of feedback, and that means that they're doing something right because they're getting that. But it's that love and hate. A
lot of it too is people are bored.
Yeah,
they have nothing better to do, so they're hating on you.
Yeah, every day. What do they call them? Keyboard warriors.
Yeah, keyboard warriors.
Yeah, but no, it's like Michael Jordan. Everybody, there's a lot of them that loved him, a lot of them hated him. Kobe Bryant, same thing, love and hate. What I'm trying to say is, like, the greats have those haters. They're gonna have that. That's when you're doing something right.
Exactly.
So, but I like that. Fear crushers.
Fear crushers.
Can't wait to get that started. But going back to, because I think you didn't really talk too much about the other podcast. What was the other podcast about?
Fear is a liar.
Fear is a liar.
Yeah.
So same kind of concept, but
same concept. Because growing up, my first episode actually it talked more about that. But growing up, we were taught we were taught pretty much stuff that was actually a lie. You know, they said, don't do this, don't do that. You're going to get hurt, or, you know, don't get yourself into this because, you know, for whatever reason. But at the end of the day, it's like, no, you need to experience that. You know, you need to fall so you can get back up.
Right.
You know, you need to taste something because you don't know if you're going to like it or not. Because that's why even nowadays, kids don't even want to try anything because they're too scared. You know, they have that fear.
Yeah.
But if you just tell them like, no, try it.
Yeah.
They might like it. You know, that might be their favorite food the whole life.
Yeah.
But that goes with everything. Don't try this. Don't do this. Don't go here. Don't go there. You're not going to like it because you listen to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lie, you know, because that might be your ultimate love, you know, that you experience.
They call those helicopter parents, right? The ones that are like, it's kind of hovering over and just like,
strict,
oh,
they watch you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were, I told you, we talked about it earlier. Like I was coddled like that. Like not coddled that much, but that I was protected. We were almost like a little bit of a bubble where we didn't get to experience that stuff. You know, food, we had to eat everything. That's why I'm a good eater, bro. You could tell I'm a good eater. That was one of the things, like, te lo vas a comer. You know, I don't know. We had to eat what they gave us. Into your food, you know, yeah, exactly. And that was one thing. So with my kid, like we do that same thing, like you said, like but we call it the no thank you taste. So we go, you got to try it, and then just give me a no thank you taste, you know. Mm-hmm. So he's gonna try it, and he's gonna go, no thank you. Okay, but at least he tried it, you know. Exactly. So I get him to, like, I never thought that he would ever try to eat a cricket, my kid, and he ate a cricket.
Oh, the ones that are like
those chocolate covered cricket, but it was still a cricket, and he ate it. But he didn't want to, and I was like, dude, no thank you taste, man. That's it. And we were out and about. It wasn't like at home, where at home he's a little bit more comfortable. We were out and about, and he could have just been like, nope, embarrassed us and just walked away. Mm-hmm. No, he actually tried it. He tried it, and he gave it the no thank you taste, and he actually liked it.
Oh wow!
Now we're not out there buying bags of chocolate covered crickets, but the thing is that he enjoyed it. So you just going back to what you said, you know, like he actually liked it. And there's a lot of those foods where meat was one of those. And I know you guys are like, you know, cooks and chefs and culinary and all that stuff like that. And I'm a barbecue guy. Like I love barbecuing. So from when my kid said that he doesn't want to eat red meat, dude, it almost broke my heart.
Oh wow, medium rare steak.
Yeah. Right dude, medium. Thank you. Yes. I want that blood just oozing out of it. I want my heart pumping after I eat a steak. Is that what you get?
Well,
have you ever had a rare steak?
More like medium, huh? Like kind of rare a little bit.
Medium rare.
You want to tell him send it back, but I'll be like, no, it's all right. I'll eat it.
Oh,
you know. But before I used to get well done.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Well, carne asada.
When I met her, it's like medium rare. That's the way to go. That's all I get now.
Yeah,
tastes good. You know.
Can I ask you next time you go get a steak? Can you ask for it rare?
Rare. I'm down.
Ask for it rare.
I'm gonna face my fear. You know.
Yeah.
So I'll try it.
So let me tell you, when I asked for it rare, because I was like, I gotta try it. I gotta see what these guys want to say.
What do they
rare.
say, a little bloody or something like that?
Yeah, bloody. Yeah, bloody on the inside. So what they just sear, pretty much they just sear the shit out of it, like 2 or 3 minutes, and then you're good to go, you know, and then let it sit for a good 10 minutes or whatever. But when you cut into that thing, man, it's all blood, bro. It's like eating
I'll try it.
What's that dessert? The one that it's like red and then it's chocolate but a lot of red. Red velvet. So it's like a red velvet. You cut into that thing. But let me tell you this: after I ate my dinner. You know, normally what happens when you eat a nice, good, full dinner, you're like, oh, you feel so heavy and you crash. Man, I had all this energy, bro. I was, my heart was pumping, man. I was like, let's go home.
This is a disclaimer to the vegans out there. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
And we had a vegan that I was asked about vegan food, but there's something about that bloody, dude. Like it's just it makes your heart go. You know, I like it. But going back to it, I had my kid eat the steak, and it was medium. Because that's not who we don't cook well done steaks. We cook medium rare, and yeah, he enjoyed it. So now he's eating beef. He's eating steak. Yeah, and he didn't want to, but I had to make him a steak. So his first red meat, like that, he actually was able to enjoy was a steak.
Wow.
And I cooked it for him medium rare, and he's like, hell yeah. So now he's eating burgers. He didn't want to eat burger. We'd go to In-N-Out. And we'd spend all this money on a grilled cheese sandwich because he didn't want, you know.
He didn't want to.
Let me get a
so bomb too.
Yeah, let me get a double with no meat.
Yeah, In-N-Out sponsor this.
This part of the show is sponsored by In-N-Out. Yeah. We weren't taught that. I mean, somehow like we learned from our parents and the way that I did it. I can honestly say, like, I can go back and say, oh, my parents, I would have done it differently,
Oh, definitely.
So, but we have the chance to do it now, right? So, how has it been for you, like, raising your kids? How old's your oldest?
10.
10.
Yeah.
For you, how has it been, like, learning all that? Mine's 10 years old too, so we're about the same.
It's been a little different because he has Down syndrome, which
Mm.
we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
It's been different, exciting, stressful, but it's been pretty good. Pretty
Yeah.
good experience. Again, my dad wasn't there; he was in and out. But a lot of the stuff that he did teach me, or I learned from other, older males throughout workplaces.
Other father figures.
Yeah, father figures. There you go. They taught me a lot, throughout the years as I grew up and I matured. But it's been exciting.
Yeah.
Say the least. My daughter drives me crazy.
Yeah.
She acts older than what she is, but it's an experience.
Did you know when you were going through that and had those father figures in your life? Did you know that you were learning about that, or is that something that once you came across it, you're like a trigger?
It kind of clicks.
It triggered, and you're like, oh shit.
Because with me, I've always been like the people that I've had in my life, whether it be in workplaces or just friends and stuff, they've always been older than me. Growing up, so they've again taught me everything I need to know. And I look at it now, like you said, it triggers it and like, oh wow, I remember when so and so taught me that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why it happened, but it did happen. Again, I look back at it, I'm like, wow, I'm glad. I'm glad they crossed paths with me, pretty much.
It's crazy how, like, I just go back and think about it, like how these people have a major influence in our lives when we don't really see it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not till years later that we're like, oh shit, like I learned a lot from that.
Exactly.
And I didn't really think I was going to learn a lot from it, but I did. Like, there's a lot that I learned from my dad and other father figures too, but my dad, like, little things, dude. Like, I was talking to my wife the other day about parking in someone's driveway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you feel about it, but me, you don't park in the other person's driveway. You park on the street, unless they say, hey, park in the driveway. Because to me, that's disrespect. You're disrespecting. It's the same thing as when you walk in someone's house. You don't go open the refrigerator.
Exactly.
Unless they say, can you get it? Or you can get it from the fridge, help yourself. Okay. So I'm old school like that too. So all that stuff I get from my dad. Even when you're making a U-turn and you're at a cul-de-sac and you got to go, oh, I got to go that way. You don't pull up to that guy's driveway. You pull up right in front of it, and then you back out. And then, little things like that, like, they still stick with me.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that my dad was teaching me back in the day. He was teaching me that stuff, but he was. And these are the kind of things that a lot of us forget, that, well, I see it all the time, man. Parents that are out there when they're kids and they got their cell phone and they're just like this all day long. And they forget that that kid is learning, man. They see that and they see that. So now what happens when you go home and then the kid gets home and he gets his tablet and he wants to go and you're always on the tablet.
Well, my daughter tells me that.
Where did they pick it up from, though, right?
She's like, well, you're always on your phone.
Yeah. Oh, she calls you out on it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So she is a teenager.
She acts older than what she is. So it's a prime example.
Yeah.
Like, teach your kids the way you want them to be. Like, she goes over, get off your tablets. First thing. Well, you can't even tell us hi. Just get off your tablets. But she's trying to teach them.
This is your girlfriend that says it?
Yeah. So she's trying to teach them, like, hey, don't be on your tablets no more,
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just something we gotta implement in them.
It's not, how they say. Remember they used to say, it's not. Don't do what I do. Do what I say. Remember that? You've heard that before. I used to say that too, and then not when I had kids, because I learned that, damn, this guy mimics everything that I do. It was like back then he was 2 years old and he just copied everything that I do, and that's when it dawned on me.
They
and I was
still
like,
do.
Oh yeah. Of course they still do. But that's when it dawned on me where it's like, oh, it's not do what I say. It's do what I do. And sure as fuck, dude. Like,
do you ever trip out that you're like, when you're growing up, your parents said, watch, when you get older, your kids are gonna do that to you, and they do it.
Yeah.
You trip out on that,
and sometimes you get it like tenfolds, right? Yeah. Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Like, vas a ver cuando tú tengas los tuyos. Oh, you know what? The big one was when, oh, I want to go out. I want to go here. I want to go there. I want to go to my buddy's house at 13 years old, whatever. And then it was always no. You're not going to someone's house. Let them come here.
Exactly.
That's what it was. It was always like
that's
that.
What my mom was.
Yeah. So that's how it was with us. And
thank you, Mom.
Exactly. Right. But back then it was like, oh, pissed off, all mad. And what was the comeback? It was when you have your kids, you're gonna understand. You're gonna understand why. And sure as fuck, dude, am I gonna ever let my kid out there? No. There's some parents and some friends that I can now we trust and we're like, okay, we're comfortable with them. But you better believe I'm always calling, like, or sending a text and say, hey, how's he doing? You know, how's he? You know, do I know you want me to go pick him up? Because I'll pick him up. I've only had 3 beers. I go pick him up right now. You know, like
my biggest one is go to sleep. You're gonna be tired tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
that's my biggest one. I tell my kids.
Yeah,
and my parents used to tell me that.
Same thing.
You know, go to sleep. You're gonna be tired. Turn off the light. You know.
Yeah.
But it's a learning experience. It's fun. It's fun. It's exciting. And I'll do it all over again.
Yeah. Oh shit! That's
I'll do it all over again.
That's a wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
I think we got some breaking news. No, I'm kidding. We'll save that for this part 2.
Yeah.
No, dude. I think this has been fun. Anything that you want to close out the show with, like as far as what's the future, what's going on next with the company?
Just we have a couple drops coming soon. They were supposed to come out last Friday, but most likely this upcoming week, new drops. If anybody has any vendor spots open, let us know. We're down for that.
Well, the pop-ups, right?
Yeah, pop-ups. It's always exciting. You meet some pretty cool people like that.
Yeah.
Just hit us up. We're always open for anything, and we're excited to grow by our supporters and just by spreading a positive message. That's what we're trying to do.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
So follow us Instagram at Chase Purpose Co. YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff. Primary Instagram though, check out our website www.chasepurpose.com. Again, every Friday night we're at in La Puente, 432 South Shipment, and we'll most likely start having a pop-up there as well. Yeah, so check us out.
Pretty cool.
Real quick, there's another thing I wanted to mention.
Yeah.
Check out this shirt right here. We work hard for the next generation. Stop the violence. The meaning behind this was, as raza, as a Mexican culture, we all come to the United States, obviously, or most people come to the United States. Some are born here like myself, but we try to work hard for our children to try to get them to a higher level than what we were. I grew up in bad areas and, a pretty rough childhood, but I don't want that for my kids. So I'm trying to work hard for them. So this shirt was created for that reason, and it sucks to see, our hardworking vendors, our flower, I don't know, in Spanish, if they called something like a flower lady.
Oh yeah. Yeah, flower lady.
The corn man, the elote man, people like that who are working hard every day. They're up in their 60s and 70s years old to get robbed, murdered, beat. It's horrible, So this is just a positive message to, stop the violence and, just saying we're working hard for our next generation, for our kids, our grandkids, and, because they're the future. They're the future to what's to come. So cop that shirt right there.
You guys
Spread
check
a
it out.
positive message. Spread a positive message.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there you have it. This is Fidel Talking Again podcast. We're out.
Tell it like it is, only tell it real. Live every Tuesday, you know the deal. We talking again. You now tuned in to the tap in. You now tuned in to the tap in. You now tuned in to the tap in. We talking again. Come on. We live.